quickly take a few minutes to go into what we're working on right now. So you have registered your child, and now the question is, what happens next? That's what I get most of the time. So right now we are in the open enrollment section of our registration. That means that people are just registering, you're putting in your information, and it is kind of a bit of time between the season starting and the registration process. So this is what we're working on in the meantime. Team creation is our biggest thing right now. Teams, there's sort of two types of teams. The first one is a returning team that has a group that's been together a couple seasons, last season, whatever it is. The other type of team is a pool team. So a pool team is a group of players that have something in common in their placement preferences. It could be they go to the same school, or they live in the same area, or that they just want to practice at a certain spot. So we take a group of them and we put them on a team. We usually give it a wild team name. If you've ever been on one, I mean, we have had the Raging Raccoons, we've had the Hungry Hippos, you name it. We create a lot of them, so we go through a lot of different names. But you get put onto a team, and we send out the information to the parents saying, hey, everyone's been put onto a team, you have a team. Next is we need a coach. I spoke earlier about it being volunteer-based. So what that means is we then reach out to parents and say, let's see who can do this. We have a coaching director for recreational. He's not here today because he's coaching a game in Shreveport right now. But what he does is work with the parents to develop them as coaches. He builds an entire season's worth of practices and emails them out once a week. So there's not really an issue with parents not saying, I don't know how to make a practice, I don't know what I should be working on this level, because that's what he does for the coaches. So I lost myself in the steps. The next process would be the scheduling process. So we have a woman, you probably saw her outside, she was handing out tickets. Her name is Jennifer Police. She does all of the scheduling for recreational. Last season we had 299 teams, 5 different playing campuses, and she schedules them all. So with that being said, it does take us a bit of time to get those done. Those are typically released a week before the season starts. So you'll know where you're playing if you choose your campus. You'll kind of know when you're playing because we do weekends at most campuses, with the exception of our satellite campuses, they do weekdays. But the times and who you are playing will be given to you about a week before the season starts. Then the last piece on that is communication. Email is our biggest form of communication that we use. So when you register your child, please make sure you're putting in the best email address and that you're checking that regularly, because that is how I will send out all this information to you. So while we're working on what we're working on in the office, the other side of it that I get asked a lot is, what are the parents to do right now? You've already registered, what's your next step? Again, I put here checking your emails because that is the most important way that we communicate, and it's also how your coach is going to communicate once you get placed onto a team. Uniforms is the next one. So we work with Third Coast Soccer for uniforms. They are on Perkins. Sorry, they moved. There we go. They're on Perkins, and those 2 drawings that I just did are for gift cards for Third Coast. So if you want one of those. So we do a red and a white jersey, and that is so each player has a home and away. All of our recreational teams were the same color, and that's to help the parents out. If you're switching teams from one season to the next, you don't have to repurchase if you move around a bit. I recommend buying them a little bit big. I have 3 kids at home, so I know hand-me-downs are a huge thing. So buy them a little big. If you have to tie them up or tuck them, they'll grow into them, and it'll save you some money down the road. Schedules. So your schedules can be found once posted, again, a week before the season. They are on our website, which is brsoccer.org. There'll be a tab that says schedules. That's where you'll go to look to see if there's any changes. Your coach's information will be listed there. All of that information can be found individual team schedules on the website. Text system. So we use a text system for when I'm at the fields on the weekends. I send texts if there's a lightning delay, if we need to move games from this field to this field because of standing water or things like that. I will send out the code that you need to text into to sign up for it, but I do ask that everyone try to do that. Or if grandma's bringing your child to the game, that she does it, just so we can quickly communicate that information in those situations. And then the last thing that can be done from now to the start of the season is we have Canes clinics. Freezing Canes is one of our sponsors for recreational, and we host clinics at each campus. The dates of those can also be found on the website under recreational. Send your players out to them. We love having them. It's our licensed staff that runs them. And you can just kind of consider it a practice before you get placed onto a team so that your child has had some time on the ball and kind of an idea of what to look for from your coach.